If you're over 60 and dealing with joint pain, these 7 foods could reduce your arthritis inflammation by up to 40%. Number 5 is probably already in your kitchen, but you're not using it the right way. I'm going to show you exactly what to eat, how much, and when to see real results in as little as 2 weeks. Arthritis affects over 58 million Americans, and if you're over 60, there's a 50% chance you're dealing with it right now. The constant pain, stiffness, and loss of mobility can feel like there's no way out. But recent research shows that certain foods contain powerful compounds that can actually reverse inflammation and rebuild joint tissue. Today, I'm sharing 7 science-backed foods that work as well as and sometimes better than common pain medications without the dangerous side effects. Let's dive in. Number 1, fatty fish. The first food that can transform your arthritis is fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Here's what the science shows. A study published in the journal Annals of the Rheumatic Diseases found that people who ate fatty fish at least 4 times per week reduced their arthritis pain by 52% compared to those who rarely ate fish. How does it work? Omega-3s block the production of inflammatory proteins called cytokines. These are the molecules that attack your joints and cause pain and swelling. By reducing cytokines, omega-3s literally stop the inflammatory process at its source. What you need to do: eat 3 to 4 ounces of fatty fish at least 3 times per week. That's about the size of a deck of cards. Wild-caught salmon is best because it has higher omega-3 levels than farmed salmon. If you can't eat fish regularly, take a high-quality fish oil supplement with at least 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily. Number 2. Berries. Next up are berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. These colorful fruits are loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which give them their deep red and blue colors. But more importantly, anthocyanins are incredibly powerful at reducing joint inflammation. A study from Harvard Medical School tracked over 38,000 women for 20 years and found that those who ate 2 or more servings of berries per week had 14% lower levels of C-reactive protein, which is the main marker of inflammation in your body. Here's the bonus. Berries also help your body produce more collagen, which is the protein that keeps your cartilage strong and healthy. As we age, collagen production drops dramatically, which is one reason arthritis gets worse. By eating berries regularly, you're giving your body the building blocks it needs to repair damaged joints. What you need to do: eat 1 cup of mixed berries every day. Fresh is best, but frozen berries are just as nutritious and often cheaper. Add them to your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them as a snack. Number 3. Turmeric. This is the one you've probably heard about, but most people aren't using it correctly. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has been shown in multiple studies to be as effective as ibuprofen for arthritis pain, but without the risk of stomach ulcers, kidney damage, or cardiovascular problems. A landmark study published in the journal Phytotherapy Research took 45 patients with rheumatoid arthritis and divided them into 3 groups. One group took 500 milligrams of curcumin, one took diclofenac sodium, a common arthritis drug, and one took both. The results? The curcumin-only groups showed the highest improvement in pain reduction and had 0 side effects. But here's the critical part most people miss. Your body can't absorb curcumin very well on its own. You need to combine it with black pepper, which contains a compound called piperine that increases absorption by 2,000%. Yes, 2,000%. What you need to do: take 500 to 1,000 milligrams of a curcumin supplement daily that includes black pepper extract or piperine. Look for supplements that say enhanced absorption or with bioperine on the label. You can also add fresh turmeric root to smoothies or cook with turmeric powder, but always add a pinch of black pepper. Number 4. Extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil isn't just good for your heart, it's also one of the most powerful natural pain relievers you can use for arthritis. It contains a compound called oleocanthal, which works in your body almost exactly like ibuprofen. In fact, researchers discovered that 3.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil has the same inflammatory effect as 10% of an adult dose of ibuprofen. A study in the journal Nature found that oleocanthal inhibits the same inflammatory enzymes, COX-1 and COX-2, that ibuprofen blocks. This means it stops pain and inflammation at the cellular level. But you need to make sure you're buying the right kind. Many olive oils labeled extra virgin are actually fake or mixed with cheaper oils. Real extra virgin olive oil should have a peppery, slightly bitter taste at the back of your throat. That's the oleocanthal working. If your olive oil tastes mild or buttery, it won't have the same benefits. What you need to do: use 2 to 3 tablespoons of high-quality extra virgin olive oil daily. Drizzle it on salads, use it for light cooking, or take a tablespoon straight in the morning. Store it in a dark bottle away from heat to preserve its medicinal properties. Number 5. Dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard are nutritional powerhouses for your joints. They're loaded with vitamin K, which plays a critical role in protecting cartilage from breaking down. They also contain high levels of antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, one of the main causes of joint damage as we age. A study from Tufts University found that people with the highest intake of vitamin K had 51% less cartilage damage in their knees compared to those with low vitamin K levels. That's huge because cartilage is what cushions your joints. Once it's gone, bone rubs against bone, which causes severe pain. Dark leafy greens also contain sulforaphane, a compound that has been shown to slow cartilage destruction and reduce inflammation in animal studies. Early human trials are showing similar promising results. What you need to do: eat at least 2 cups of dark leafy greens every day. You can saute them with garlic and olive oil, add them to smoothies — you won't taste spinach in a fruit smoothie, I promise — or eat them raw in salads. If you're on blood thinners like warfarin, talk to your doctor first because vitamin K affects blood clotting. Number 6. Walnuts. Walnuts are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Just 1 ounce, about 14 walnut halves, gives you 2.5 grams of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which your body converts into the same anti-inflammatory omega-3s found in fish. Research from Penn State University showed that people who ate walnuts regularly had significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Both of these are directly linked to arthritis severity. But here's an additional benefit. Walnuts are also high in magnesium, which is critical for bone health and muscle relaxation. Many people with arthritis are deficient in magnesium, which makes their pain worse. By eating walnuts, you're addressing both inflammation and mineral deficiency at the same time. What you need to do: eat 1 ounce of raw or dry roasted walnuts every day. That's about a small handful. Avoid walnuts roasted in oil or covered in salt, as these add inflammatory ingredients that cancel out the benefits. You can add walnuts to oatmeal, yogurt, salads, or just eat them plain as a snack. Number 7. Ginger. Ginger has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, and modern science is now confirming what ancient healers already knew. It's incredibly effective for arthritis. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogalls, which block inflammatory pathways similar to how NSAIDs like aspirin work. A study in the journal Arthritis and Rheumatism gave arthritis patients either ginger extract or a placebo for 6 weeks. The ginger group experienced a 40% reduction in knee pain and stiffness compared to just 10% in the placebo group. Another study from the University of Miami found that ginger extract was effective at reducing pain in 63% of participants with knee osteoarthritis after just 6 weeks of daily use. But here's what makes ginger even more powerful. Unlike pharmaceutical painkillers, ginger actually helps repair damaged tissue. It increases circulation to your joints, which brings more oxygen and nutrients for helping. It also blocks substances in your body that contribute to chronic inflammation. What you need to do: use fresh ginger root every day. You can grate it into tea, add it to smoothies, use it in cooking, or take a ginger supplement with at least 500 milligrams of ginger extract daily. Fresh ginger is more potent than dried, so aim for 1 to 2 teaspoons of fresh grated ginger per day. Now, before we wrap up, here's a critical tip that will make all of these foods work even better. Stop eating inflammatory foods. Even if you add all 7 of these powerful anti-inflammatory foods to your diet, they won't work as well if you're still eating foods that trigger inflammation. The biggest culprits are refined sugar, processed carbohydrates like white bread and pastries, fried foods, and processed meats like bacon and sausage. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a single high-sugar meal can spike inflammatory markers for up to 4 hours. If you're eating inflammatory foods throughout the day, you're constantly in an inflamed state, and no amount of healthy food can overcome that. So here's your action step. For the next 30 days, eliminate or drastically reduce sugar, white flour, and processed foods while adding these 7 arthritis-fighting foods. I guarantee you'll feel a noticeable difference in your pain levels and mobility. So, to recap, the 7 powerful foods that can reverse arthritis are fatty fish, berries, turmeric with black pepper, extra virgin olive oil, dark leafy greens, walnuts, and fresh ginger. Start incorporating these into your daily diet, and within 2 to 4 weeks, you should notice less pain, less stiffness, and better mobility. Which of these 7 foods are you going to start with? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health tips for seniors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.